Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining me. I've got one last review of 2025 and this is it. Today I have the classic business watch from Sea-Gull and this is model number 816.12.1075. I reviewed a Sea-Gull a while ago. I can't remember how long it is that I reviewed one of those. I'll put it down there, right there in the left-hand corner. But I liked it. I mean, I liked that watch. I think it was a chronograph, as a matter of fact. Anyway, they reached out to me. They sent me this watch. It's a pretty cool little watch, so spoiler alert, I do like it. Anyway, with all that being said, let's check it out. All right, guys, we'll get into this thing, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if like any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. As y'all know, I get a very small commission, yada, yada, yada. Nobody cares. Sorry for boring you with this. Anyway, all right, so here's Sea-Gull's packaging. It's like a navy blue outer sleeve. It's actually really simple packaging, but it's very well done. It's very well executed. You got an inner navy blue box. There you go, with the Sea-Gull logo right there. And then you open it up and on top you got this little tray with all the stuff that nobody cares about. There you go. I guess that's the manual, instruction, yeah, instruction manual, all that stuff. Nobody cares. Here is the tag. There we go. 2,981, I believe. That's the Chinese currency. It looks like Sea-Gull's been around since 1955. Good grief. Let's see what's on the back here. Some sort of QR code. Some Chinese writing that I don't understand. There we go. So let's get this stuff out of the way. Now, when you see this watch for the first time, you're like, man, that looks really familiar. And it does, because it's like a Datejust, a Rolex Datejust and a Tissot PRX kind of rolled into one. You got the case shape of the PRX, you got the fluted bezel of the Rolex. So it is a little bit of a mishmash of a watch, but it's actually very well executed. I didn't know if I was gonna like this or not, but surprisingly, I really do. Anyway, all right, so there's that. Nothing else in the box. So let's get the box and all that crud out of the way. All right, as usual, I'll go ahead and go over all the 7 specs you need to know, and then I'll put the rest of the stuff down there in the description field, you know, so you can nerd out on this thing if you want to. So let's look at this. Oh, and also make sure I have a really nice coupon code at the end of the video. Make sure you watch till the end so you can get a nice little, you know, some savings on these watches. Anyway, all right, so here are the 7 specs you need to know. You're looking at a 38 millimeter stainless steel case. It's 13 millimeters thick. All right, it's 48.5 millimeters lug to lug. Comes on a 20 millimeter stainless steel butterfly clasp. It is water resistant to 100 meters, which kind of shocked me, which is cool. The movement is a Sea-Gull ST2100, which is based off of the ETA 2836-2. It's got 42 hours of power reserve. It does have a synthetic sapphire crystal. And again, if you want to check out all the specs, like it's 136 grams, obviously it's made in China, yada, 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 check down there in the description field. And you can get all those specs. So, I mean, it's a simple, classic, like dress watch, you know, business dress watch. It's not super flashy. It's not super polished. Well, I take that back. You know what? I just lied to you. It is pretty polished. Looking at it now, you get the, you know, the fluted bezel is polished. The case side is polished. It looks like the top of the bracelet is not. It looks like the crown is polished as well. Let me take a look at that crown, by the way. Let's see what we got here. I can't tell. It looks like it's side. Yeah, it's got the Sea-Gull logo kind of embossed or engraved on that crown. Nice bracelet. It is a butterfly clasp, which I'm not a big fan of. But if you look at my previous Tissot PRX, the titanium one, this looks very familiar. It's got, you know, Tissot and PRX right there, where this one has Sea-Gull and the Sea-Gull logo right there. So pretty nice. Obviously solid end links, solid links themselves. You know, it's got a pin and collar system. Let's go ahead and open it up here. It feels incredibly well made, guys. I have to admit, it feels very, very well made. I'm pleasantly surprised with this watch. All right, so there's your case back. You got your skeletonized case back. There's your Sea-Gull movement. Of course, you've got some stuff around the periphery of the dial, you know, like a sapphire crystal, the movement number, and some other stuff. You got some Geneva stripes there on the rotor itself. Wow, they actually did some really nice decoration on that rotor. Very cool, man. Wow, really, really nice. And I mean, it's really simple. And the funny thing is the fact, even though everything is silver, I mean, the baton markers, the hands, the dial, everything, it's still actually legible. A lot of times, whenever you do that, it's hard to read because everything kind of gets washed out and blends together. But this is actually very well done, and I can definitely see and tell the time pretty quickly. You got a nice applied Sea-Gull logo right there at the top, then Sea-Gull, then automatic, and then what does it say? 25 joules, I believe, or 28 joules. I can't read it. And then it proudly says made in China right above the 6 o'clock index. So they're not trying to hide it. Sea-Gull makes a good product. They really do. Not a lot of people know about these watches. They've been around forever, obviously, like 70 some years. And I'm actually impressed, man. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that I'm impressed. I know they've always made good watches. Just a lot of people don't know about these watches. Now, one thing I will say is that that date window, that black day window is a little hard to read. You need to be in like pretty much direct light to see it. The date window is fine. No big deal. In fact, it's obviously in Chinese and English. Let's do this. Let's change that and see what it looks like when it goes to like a Monday or a Tuesday. See if I can get this thing open here. Oh my God, is it a screw down crown? Holy crap. It is a screw down crown. What? Stop playing. No way. No way this is a screw down crown. I'll be danged. It is a screw down crown. I did not expect that. All right, so let's go ahead and unscrew it. Let's pop it out to the position where we can change the date. All right, there we go. So let's change the date and see what we got. So it looks like, yeah, all the days are still in black. Obviously alternating between Chinese and English, and all of the days are in red. Not my favorite color combination for this. I wish they would just stick with like black letters on a white background. That would have been preferred. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and push it back in. Obviously it does hack. There we go. Starts right up. So I mean, it's a nice watch, guys. That's really my only gripe is that black day window. Not a big deal. And I didn't know it was a screw down crown. I don't know why I didn't know that. I apologize. I should have known that earlier. All right, let's go ahead and fix this date here. There we go. All right. So anyway, guys, there you go. I'd love to know what you think of this thing. I think there's one other thing, actually, that I wanted to check out. See how loud that rotor is. Not bad at all. I thought the rotor was a little bit loud. That must be another watch that I'm getting ready to review. Anyway, rotor's nice and quiet. No big deal. Good looking watch, man. Good looking watch. All right, so let's go try this thing on. In fact, let me screw it back in before I forget. Cannot believe I didn't know it was a screw down crown. All right, let's go try this thing on. Oh, these butterfly clasps. At least you don't have to do one side before the other, which is cool. You can do either side first. Wow, ooh, nice. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. Did not expect that either. Hey guys, this is a nice watch. It really is. I can't wait to review some more Sea-Gulls, man. This is a nice watch. All right, let's go ahead and get a Lume shot. Guys, don't expect much. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a dive watch, so you're not going to get a lot of Lume. All right, let's cut out the light. Let's cut out these monitors. See what we got here. I think they're little tiny dots on the end of each index, and I think the hands are lumed, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there you go. Not bad, not great. At least it's not fading very fast. I didn't see any information on Sea-Gull's website about what type of lume they're using. I'm assuming some sort of subluminova or something. The hands faded just a little bit. No big deal. But again, I'm not expecting this to be a lume monster, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and cut everything back on. I'd love to know y'all's thoughts on this watch. If you have a Sea-Gull, if you intend to get one of these, they've got tons of watches on their website, by the way. They've got divers and dress watches, you name it, they have got it. So with that being said, you can pick yours up from Sea-Gull for $449. I'll put the link down there in the description field for you. And make sure you use my code MWR12 for 12%. Now, this is a one-time offer, 12% off a one-time purchase of any watch in their catalog. So any watch on their website, they'll give you a one-time 12% off coupon. Now that's going to apply to some of the really expensive watches too. They've got watches that go up to like $4,000 or $5,000, some tourbillons and some other stuff. So if you really want a nice Chinese-made tourbillon or some other type of Chinese watch like that, a more expensive watch, this might be your chance to save a ton of money. That 12% is going to save you about $55 or $60 on this one. So that brings you right around $400, obviously plus shipping. But anyway, again, the code is MWR12. And again, that's 12% off. And this is a one-time offer for 12% off anything on their website. So make sure you do that if you want to get one of these Sea-Gull watches. So anyway, guys, this has been about it for this one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell if you like my content. I've got some changes coming up in 2026. Just some minor tweaks to the channel. And I hope you'll like those. And guys, that's it for this one. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.